pure space, vast as the infinite sky, is our true nature. And this pure space is aware pure space. Awareness is inseparable from pure space. Not only is awareness inseparable from pure space, but it's laughing. Aware pure space laughing. Know that is your true nature. Know that is the reality of what you are. We were never meant to take everything to be so serious. People ask me why, no matter what I say, it always seems like I'm chuckling. The reality is that what we are is so entirely free, so timelessly free, so never bound up in anything, let alone a word or any idea of what we might take ourselves to be, that all we are is complete relief, and complete relief, utterly amazing and utterly amusing, especially when we've taken ourselves to be someone. So within pure space, anything that appears is the dynamic energy of that space and nothing else. Anything that appears, it doesn't matter what it is. If the appearance is us taking ourselves to be somebody, if the appearance is us taking ourselves to be somebody that has thoughts and emotional states and sensations, all of these, their primary description is always aware pure space. Laughing, then nothing else. And when we rest naturally as that essence of being that is the true nature of every single description, no matter what it might be, then we realize more and more the direct reality of our own being, the direct reality of our own being that is pure space and nothing else. In pure space, just as a game of awareness as pure space, there appeared an enormous mirage of pure space called Earth. And that enormous mirage of pure space appeared to have many elements. It appears to have many elements. But all of the elements of the mirage called Earth are equal in being pure space. No matter what their description may be, they're equal in being pure space and nothing else. And this isn't something we can figure out through our conventional ways of knowing about things. This isn't something we can arrive at through doing a bunch of things we think we need to do in order to get to be what we already are. So we already are what we are. We don't need to do a bunch of things to be who we are. And as all of the elements in the mirage are absolutely equal and even in their purely spacious nature, we don't have to renounce and denounce some of them and cling to others and say that these are the spiritual parts of the mirage, and those are the non-spiritual parts of the mirage. All the elements of a mirage are equal. All the elements of a mirage are equally illusory, equally dreamlike. All sounds are like the sound in an echo. Empty appearances that leave no trace. So no matter what the appearance may be, it's like the flight path of a bird in the sky, vanishing naturally without a trace, its own undoing. If we spend our lifetime trying to fix up all the appearances, all the points of view, all the perceptions that arise in awareness, that's what we'll spend our life doing, just working on those perceptions. Got to do something with them, got to rearrange them, got to make them into a certain arrangement. They have to look a certain way in order to be who I am. But all the while, know that you are that. It's already accomplished. There's nothing to get and there's no one to get it. So that's the starting point. That's the starting point. There's nothing to get and there's no one to get it. And at the same time, there is the vivid appearance of our humanity. But the vivid appearance of our humanity is an empty appearance that leaves no trace. If we were a fixed entity, then we would be a fixed entity timelessly. But the only reality about us that is timeless is awareness. That's it. So we're aware of being naturally present. Awareness is primary. We're aware of having skin. Awareness is primary. We're aware of all the other experiences of being a body. Awareness is primary. If we focus our entire lives on the piecemeal makeup of what a human being takes itself to be, then we're just going to be lost forever. We're going to be lost forever in all those bits and bytes of what a human is. Because a human can't be found in any of those things. What describes the essential humanness cannot be found in any of its pieces. Nowhere can it be found. There's only awareness as everything, no matter what it is. So one of the ways that we can look at this is to say that all there is all-inclusive awakened awareness, the all-encompassing vast expanse of infinite space. And all the dynamic energy of that pure view of awareness is point of view and nothing else. Never anything separate within it. A single non-dual expanse. In non-duality, there never have been two. We don't have two now, and there never will be two in the future. So in the non-dual expanse, duality has never existed as something. And how can we say that? We can say that duality has never existed as something because duality, even though it's a description of something, it is empty of an independent origin. It has no independent origin. There's no origin for duality other than awareness. We wouldn't be aware of any kind of world of dualistic perceptions or cause and effect without awareness. So awareness is primary. Awareness is primary. Awareness is primary. And when we're looking for our true nature, no matter what we might call it, being the epitome human being, the pinnacle, the apex of being human, enlightenment, liberation, awakening, no matter what we might call it, self-realization, awareness is primary in any of those descriptions. So if we want to get down to brass tacks about who we are and stop fooling around, what we can look at is our own awareness. Our own awareness, vast as infinite space. Infinite space. Know that as yourself. That's the starting point. So there's nothing to be fixed. You don't have to rearrange any of your points of view in order to figure out you are awareness. You already are awareness. Just rest as the essence of each one of those perceptions and know that in that you are totally and timelessly free. If you feel that you need to have some points of view that are spiritual and some that are non-spiritual in order to be who you are, then the entire lifetime is spent looking at the non-spiritual points of view and trying to get rid of those and trying to cultivate the spiritual points of view. And while that can lead to a better life, it does not lead to freedom. It simply does not lead to freedom. It has never led to freedom. It doesn't lead to freedom now, and it never will lead to freedom because the essence of freedom is that it is timelessly free. And all of the dynamic energy that is the non-dual expanse of aware basic space is timelessly free, no matter what its description is. The description of all the elements in a mirage, the descriptions of all the elements in a mirage are equal and that they're all mirage-like by nature. They're empty appearances that leave no trace. If we jumped into the middle of a mirage of an oasis in the desert and tried to make something out of it, we were determined to get a drink of water or sit down under the shade of a palm or whatever, no matter how much we wanted that to be the case and no matter how much we believed that it was so, it would never be possible. It would never be possible at all. So this is an illustration for looking for satisfaction and fulfillment in any of the points of view we have. If we look for satisfaction and fulfillment in our thoughts, we'll never find it there. If we look for satisfaction and fulfillment in cultivating certain kinds of emotional states, we'll never find it. If we look for satisfaction and fulfillment in our sensations, our sense perceptions, we'll never find it there either, because all of these are empty appearances that are absent of an independent origin, absent of a nature of their own, absent of being anything in and of themselves, all pure space in which no thing has ever occurred. So there's no thing that has ever occurred in any perception. If there were something that had occurred, we'd be able to hold on to a perception. But just try it. Try to hold on to one perception. It's impossible. Sometimes I say it's like a greased pig. Have you ever tried to hold on to a greased pig? Try it sometime. It's impossible. You can't hold on to a greased pig. Now, in America, at some of the fairs, the farm fairs, they actually have a greased pig contest, and people try to hold on to greased pigs. They've developed skillful means for attempting to hold on to greased pigs. But really what it is just a big laugh fest, because no one can ever hold on to the greased pig. So there are all these people running around trying to grab greased pigs, and they have come up with all these different means and methods of doing so, but no one can ever do it. So this is the case with all the perceptions, no matter what they are. They dissolve in and of themselves, their own undoing, like a knot in a snake. We don't have to do anything about a knot in a snake. It's its own undoing. Or a contortionist, we don't have to say, oh, want me to help you out there, and want me to untwist you. We don't have to do any of that. The contortionist can take care of herself or himself. All points of view, no matter what they are, they're their own undoing. But if we refuse to relax and enjoy the complete enjoyment body of ease and comfort that is our natural being, then we'll spend our whole life trying to hold on to a greased pig. All of these perceptions, some of them we want, others we don't want. So some greased pigs we want to hold on to, others they're too muddy, we don't want to hold on to those. So this is what we do when we take our points of view to be positive, negative, and neutral. When we take our points of view, some of them positive, some of them we don't care about, they're neutral, they don't seem to have any consequences, and others are negative, we want to get rid of them, we want to denounce them, renounce them, get them entirely out of our field of perception. They don't have anything to do with us, and why do we have them in the first place? Well, there's no one who has them, that's the point. The dynamic energy of awareness is countless, ceaseless, unpredictable, and inseparable from it. So even though we may attempt through arduous practices to cultivate positive points of view and diminish negative points of view, everything that we do will still be within the purview of cause and effect. Everything we are doing will be a point of view. It may not be the conventional point of view, but it will be a point of view. It'll just be more of a world of point of view, an anomaly of point of view. It'll still be within point of view.